Hello, everybody, and welcome to our next episode, our 10th episode. This is crazy. I cannot believe we've made it this far. So I told you last time, it's a mega episode, so I think we just need to get into it. I decided that what we're doing is a little farther away than usual. So if we look, the map, there we go, will show, so our path comes down, it starts up here at the city, comes down, 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 all the way to spawn, and we're about halfway where we are for that. So if you follow the river from home, this is part of what I want to focus on. I want to dig this out and have it follow all the way either down this way or maybe up around and reconnecting this way. Basically, I have a mountain that I found and I'll just show it to you. So here's the river I'm flying over. But this mountain, does that not, hold on. It's just like the perfect spot to put a building. And since I talked about it the first episode, I kind of want to do like a big map haul here. We can move all of our maps in, it'll be situated right here in the mountain, and I think it'll look great. My first step is going to have to be connecting up the river. I just need the terrain to be just better because obviously this is pretty rough getting through here. So I guess that's where we'll start. I came down and kind of found the roughest part of the river to start at. And so I'm basically just gonna carve it away and keep it around the same width, but like this is awful. You see how little that is there? So I'll take turns shaving off either side and just kind of round it out and make it look nice. And then like holes like this is not necessary. So I'll try to clean those up too. In an ideal world, I would replace all sand and redo the river completely, but that is not going to be on my goal list for this episode. We're just going to make it look better this time. We have made a lot of progress, but I'm pretty tired of river digging currently. I also made it to a point where I feel like I need to work on the actual area before I can go any further. So when we come up here, this is the mountain and it doesn't connect. So I have to figure out like what's going where and how much of what I need. I don't know, but I know that this area needs to connect through to the river, so to here. And then the other side is arguably worse. Like it has tiny patches of water along the way, but no real river route. So I'm gonna have to dig this a lot to connect it to here. So just more digging, and I think I'm ready to try something else for a little bit. And by something else, I mean more digging. I don't love this mountain here. I think it kind of ruins the sight lines, and it's like wonky anyway. I think I'm gonna just get rid of it. progress report. I have shaved down most of this mountain, and I ran into a cave, but also I am to like the point of the ground over here as well. Now, obviously, I'm going to lower that a little bit to bring it in because the entrance, I think, is going to be leading down here into the hall. So like a staircase up, up into the mountain there. But I wanted to pause here because I need to go kind of work on that area. It's a mess. It's like, it's just a mess. So I'm going to look at this area. I already took one layer off, but like it is just, there's holes everywhere, and I'm just not sure at what elevation I would like all of this to happen at. So I'm going to pause on removing the mountain. I may even just like re-terraform it a little bit and leave it this kind of hill here. I don't mind that. So I might just make it look nice, but that's where we're at for now. So we've made some progress. I've done like slight terraforming, and I've kind of marked out the path as well. So well, hello, do you love it? I think he loves it. Hello, everybody. What you got? Nope. Thanks, though. So like I was saying, I've started the terraforming. I did go ahead and cut through the mountain here as well to kind of lead it to the river that I was talking about going around the mountain. So this is that river point. So I shaved off a lot of this so that it could come around. And then I also I basically just covered up all of the holes, and I'm currently working on terraforming it. I'll be honest with you guys, I am not a great terraformer. I can kind of vanilla Minecraft terraform where I can make it look, you know, nice-ish and match the old, like the terraforming that happens just naturally in the game. But to like build beautiful mountains and stuff, that is not something that I have learned as an acquired skill yet. So I will make it look better, but it's not going to look, you know, like beautifully terraformed or anything. The same thing will happen with this mountain. Like I will, you know, add to it a little bit and fill in some holes and stuff, I think, but it's not going to be like this, you know, incredible hand-built mountain. I did finish the path, so I kind of, oh, I can just use the map. So I went through, I cut down a few trees. I still have some, or they just haven't, you know, degraded yet. But I brought it all the way from the path. I'll do a little bridge here and then straight into there. So you can kind of see where we're at. This is all still, I'm terraforming this edge for that. And then I'll work on this too. But, you know, I'm getting there. This is work. This is hours of work. Sir, I already told you no thank you. Okay. Oh, and he thinks I'm the rude one. I am going to get back to terraforming this hillside, I guess. I did realize, though, I think I'm going to need to maybe call in the help of a professional. There we go. I guess he chose kindness? I can hear him. Hi. You're so cute. I can't take it. Oh, I love him already. You're going to be so helpful in building this. Okay, that was much faster than I anticipated. He is big, and now he's mine, and he loves me. I was just placing trees, and I heard him again. I'm just gonna get back to placing some trees because, you know, like I said, vanilla terraforming. I'm also gonna get rid of floating trees that like didn't decay because they were connected, because that looks awful. We've got the river going all the way through on this side. And I've started, it's a lot of digging, going on this direction all the way up to here. It feels like a long way to go, though. You guys will have to let me know how much of this process do you enjoy watching? Like, honestly, how much like digging and time-lapsing is just too much for one video, and you'll just get to the point where you want to reveal over seeing how it was done. While I was working on this part of the river, the incredible Toph made an appearance. I unfortunately did not hear him, and so I just kind of boop around for a little bit. I was looking at the river to see if it was wide enough or if I like what I had just filled in. So it took me a moment to notice him. But once I did, he came offering gifts for me. Okay, I admit it. I asked him for the gifts per usual, but I was still super thankful. And then I gave him a little tour of what I'd been working on. He checked out my river. Then we had our mandatory battle where I was very brave and I didn't miss a single shot. Yes, I'm aware I didn't hit a single shot and it's super embarrassing, so we're never ever talking about it. Got it? And she's done. Full disclosure, I did Google a reference photo for this. So I basically just started looking up guild halls or banks. I think this one landed on a museum by Gamer Boy Hyper. I will definitely link him below. But his was probably 3 times this size. So it's basically the shape. But I had to kind of figure out the scale on my own, and then I changed up the color palette. Also, I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Oops. Or should I say cow? I will try to set these guys free because I know you guys get really upset about animals on mountains. Okay, he does not want to move. He doesn't want to come down. Let me make a little more of a platform and push. Go ahead. I built you stairs. Yeah, nope. I'm not really sure why Minecraft decided to code them to want to climb to the highest point, but this is as far as my effort goes. So we have mountain pets now. Yay! We need to move on. Now that we've got the building up, we need to talk about the inside. It's, you know, I could just pop a few maps on the wall and call it done, but I think we all know that's not what I'm gonna do. So I'm thinking beautiful like entrance room, and then to a hall maybe. And then what I'm thinking is I'll do like a center area, and then there'll be part halls off of that center as well. So that way I can just keep digging in the mountain and adding more maps forever and ever and ever. Just as long as I have this world. Which means I've got a lot more digging and a lot more work to do. But before we do that, I do want to show you the work I got done on the terraforming. I went waterfall mountain. So I don't know if you remember, there was a waterfall here originally on the mountain, and that's kind of what sparked it, I suppose. I always intended on putting it back after I had built the hall, and it just seemed neat to kind of make like a weeping mountain. So I did that. Hopefully it's not too many waterfalls. I definitely went a little heavy, but I was having so much fun adding them all in. I stopped here on this corner, but I hope you like it. That is, like I said, I'm not great at terraforming. So that's it. That's what we're getting. This outside is complete. Obviously I still need to do the path and figure that out, but for the hall itself, this is done. I can't be trusted for anything. Look, I didn't put the ceiling in here. Okay, after I do that, then it's complete. I really wanted to try out like a stone path, but like a dirty one going through the forest to lead up to here. I'm thinking I like this, so I did tough for like the darker areas, and then I think once I like muddy it up with more coarser and the details on the sides here, I think it works out really well. So I just wanted to give you a little preview of what I think the path is gonna end up looking like. I'm not saying that I went AFK while I was looking at that last clip to see if I liked it, and that it turned dark, and then I heard a boom of a creeper exploding my face, and then it blew up all of the cute little terraforming I had here. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm also not saying that's not what just happened. So if you're wondering about that hall that looks like it may be finished back there, you'd be right. I went ahead and did one before moving on to the others. I just wanted to get a feel for the build, and then I moved to this central area, and then to the front hall, and then finally the lobby. So enjoy. All right, I'm not completely done. I still have to do the front, but I got excited and I went and got my very first map. So I'm gonna pop it up. And while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and put up our sign. Now we just have to finish that front room and the entire build is done. Now also feels like a really good time to mention I will definitely be using this stone as my chest fill for this episode. The end end is so close I can taste it. Let's go ahead and get this floor in. And listen, I'm gonna be honest. I think you guys deserve a quick reveal at this point. It is finished. This is a beautiful main room. I did a little sitting area, a little golem statue to mirror that one, and then just some like detailed walls. This took forever and I really love it. I even went ahead and got all of our maps on the walls. So that was our very first one, and then they keep going. Our golem I have pointing toward the exit because I'm worried one day when we start heading down these halls as well, things might start to get a little confusing in here. But if we head down this way, this is where our big maps are. So this is when the areas really started getting big. And then here was our February 2026 episode 1 map. I did leave space this direction for more maps, and then, like I said, I left this open just in case we decide to go that way more, because I'm not really sure how far down we'll go, but I have a feeling it'll be pretty far. That is this place done. Now we just have to work on all the things leading up to this place. Really, the thing we have left is doing that path and connecting it and the bridge. So I'm out here. I, of course, decided dead coral was one of the path blocks. So I'm going to go over here and start collecting it. And with that, I think we should have enough. I'm not really sure how much I used in the path, but I think this is a really good start. Looking more at the path here, I decided to make the bridge kind of arch pretty high. I took all of that trouble digging it out, so I think it would be fun to be able to actually pass through in a boat. Not that I think it will ever happen, but I want to keep it high enough that a boat could go underneath of it. And so I'm thinking this is kind of a fun size for the bridge here. I have finished the path all the way through. I did want to show you guys something that I think is really important, or at least it is to me. So I'm going to give you this view and let you just take that in for a moment. And then I'm going to come down, very similar, bushes and stuff, and I'll give you this view. Well, sir, ignore the skeleton, okay? Naturally, I like this one better, and I think it's because of the torch spam. So a lot of the time, I feel like torch spam can kind of pull your immersion from a build. So like, I try to kind of get rid of it as much as I can. And in forests like this, like it can be impossible to get rid of all the torches, right? Especially if you're trying to keep the path safe. I get it. So I'm going to show you, I mean, it's obviously not a trick, but one of the things that I do is I remove the light and then I replace it. So if my path is here, that way would be considered all of the backs of the trees. And I dig a hole up into the tree and I place it up there. So then you no longer have it like right in your sight line. And it makes the forest, it makes your view as you're walking on the path, it just helps you stay immersed a little bit better. So I always try to, whenever I have a path that I'm really working on an area for, that I really like did all of the extra terraforming for, I love to give little pieces, like see like these torches back there, even though they're all the way across there, bother me, so I'll probably go get rid of them. But I like to give your eye something to look at. So like a little flower patch. I did the yellow flower patches throughout this trail. And I think it really improves what you're seeing. So I'll go through and get rid of all of those, but I just wanted to give you like one of my little builder tips. I don't know if that, torch spam bothers anybody else, but if this helps, then I figured I should share it. And then as we walk down here, I'll give you a view of the bridge. I kept it so very simple. I just thickened the bottom here, like the base where you walk in, and the bridge itself is very plain. I just arched it up and over in the exact pattern that the trail was done. Sometimes I like my bridges to stand out. Sometimes I like them to just look like they were placed there because people needed to walk over the area, and that's exactly what that one did. As we head down, there's our reveal. It's so crazy to think about, hey Kai, what this used to look like. And you can see I've got the patches here. That bee actually spawned on one of the trees over there I did, and I popped him over here since there were flowers there for him to to hang out with. But that's it. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but that's the whole episode. That's all of it. I built so many things. I dug out so many things. I mean, wow. I honestly cannot believe how far I've come in this episode. So I just really hope that you guys enjoyed going on this journey with me. I am excited to add more to our map haul, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Bye.